Recently, in Birmingham, a city run by Labour, a statue was unveiled in the Park of Multiculturalism. This statue is entitled The Strength of the Hijab. This, of course, follows the leftist lie told by prominent Muslim feminists like Linda Sarsour and other ones that the hijab is empowering, that women should feel proud to wear it. And I have just one word to say to that. Bullshit! Look at women in Iran. They are taking off their hijabs as a show of resistance to an actual patriarchal system, unlike the invisible patriarchy which all you feminists think is oppressing you and making you fat, ugly cave trolls. Oh wait, no, you already are fat, ugly cave trolls. And you are nothing like the brave women in Middle Eastern countries that are actually fighting against a real form of patriarchy. A patriarchy that has existed for thousands of years, since the 7th century, has been oppressing women. The hijab was first worn by the wives of the Prophet Muhammad, not so that they could be empowered, but so they could be identified as his property, his wives. Muslim women then started wearing them too, and there's even a story or recorded whatever in the Quran or the Hadiths where a slave of Muhammad who he had caught during battle was found wearing one, and she was beaten for it because free women wear the hijab. Yeah, sure, free women. And of course, in countries like Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, women have acid thrown in their faces. The very thumbnail to this video depicts a woman who was acid attacked for not wearing a hijab. In many Muslim countries, there are Sharia police that go around in cars purposely looking for women not wearing a hijab so they can beat them or force them to wear it. Women are disfigured for not wearing it. Women are beaten for not wearing it. But you say that it's empowering. How is it empowering? In Iran, women refuse to wear it and they are beaten, tortured, raped and killed. But in this country, if women wear it, they are so progressive, so feminine, so liberated. From what are they liberated from? From what? They're just mindlessly obeying a book written by a paedophile 7 centuries ago, which you still fucking follow. What do you think a woman born in a Middle Eastern country, in Iran, feels, huh? Who's forced to wear that stupid rag on her head. Forced to follow Sharia law mindlessly. Her childhood taken from her. She's not allowed to be young. She's not allowed to make mistakes. She's forced to wear that stupid postbox. Confined. Her entire vision, her entire world is this. What the fuck do you think she feels? Not allowed to make mistakes. Not allowed even to be young. Told that she'll marry some distant relative. How do you think she feels? Of course, you don't care how she feels. You only care about your political messaging, about appeasing a community of people that follow a paedophile and do barbaric things like cousin marriages, child marriages, female genital mutilation, and jihad. Or an entire community that wants to ban homosexuality, ban trans rights, ban everything you so vehemently defend. I remember once watching a video of a transgender person saying that he supports Muslims. Okay, we support them and love them when you're on top of a building and they're about to throw you off it. Will you? Will you gay rights activists who so vehemently say and promote Islam as a religion of peace, will you Still have that mind in your head whilst you're being beheaded? Whilst you're being thrown off a window? Because that is what Islam does. These thousands of young men that come to this country every single day, they're all Muslim. They are going to outbreed the population of Britain. And soon this will be a Sharia dictatorship, just like every other Muslim country. And of course, this statue wasn't built by a Muslim, rather by a man. Well, I tell you, to the architect of this horrific waste of metal, what if it's your daughter that's forced to wear a burqa? When she's brung into the surgery table, strapped down, and her genitals fiercely mutilated by a Nigerian with shaky hands, while she screams in agony and pain, begging him to stop. Will you think that the hijab is beautiful and strong then, while you see your own daughter squeal around? Will you think that it's beautiful when your own daughter limps, still not recovered from the pain, up to the altar when she's married off to a 54-year-old man? Will you still think the hijab is beautiful and strong when your own daughter is raped on her wedding night by the same man, the 54-year-old man who she just married? Or she screams in pain whilst he rapes her. Her genitals has just been mutilated, whilst she lies there dying of blood loss on a bed covered in her own blood. You still think that the hijab is beautiful when your own daughter is taken away in a body bag and disregarded and forgotten about? Just another body, another young woman, another life stolen by a religion that just takes young lives of women and destroys them. A religion that does not permit people to be young and happy, but rather just permits obedience. Obey Muhammad, obey the Quran, or you will die. That is Islam's message. That's always been Islam's message. So, do you think Islam is still a religion of peace, leftists? Because I certainly don't.